I recently quit the carnivore diet and I created my own custom elimination diet, and I've never felt better. The carnivore diet was good, but while being a carnivore, my testosterone took a nosedive from 1004 nanogram each deciliter to the 550s, and my training also suffered immensely. Your body gets used to being in ketosis, but using glucose as fuel for me helped me perform at a whole nother level. And also cramps. One thing I'm really happy about with this new diet is that it's really rich in electrolyte. So the cramps I suffered while being a carnivore, completely gone. But the carnivore diet wasn't all bad. It helped me heal my gut and also got rid of symptoms for my chronic gut disease, GERD, and also helped me reach a new level of mental clarity. While being on a carnivore, I was more productive than ever because of that. The reason why the carnivore diet works is because it's an extreme elimination diet. So a lot of people will feel great while being a carnivore because of the food that they have removed from their diet. Eliminating food like processed food, sugary foods, alcohol, and also other inflammatory foods or drink from your diet will make anybody feel better. But I'd actually recommend everybody to try the carnivore diet just once, just to see how good you can feel when you remove all the bad food that is for your body. Another reason why the carnivore diet works is because of the meat, especially red meat. Red meat, pound for pound, is one of the most nutritional food you can find on this planet. And my elimination diet is still based on the core principles of the carnivore diet. The foundation of my elimination diet is still a lot of red meat and organ meat. A lot of nutritional food there. But also from a nutritional standpoint, eating only carnivore food will leave you lacking on a lot of macro and micronutrients that non-carnivore food offers. So in my custom elimination diet, I've introduced those food. I've kept all the anti-inflammatory benefits that is with the carnivore diet, but I've also fixed the issues that comes from the carnivore diet. And my nutritional profile now is way more complete than I was while being a carnivore. And here's why. So let's jump into my computer and compare what I ate while being on a carnivore diet and what I'm eating now while being on my custom elimination diet. So on the left side is from when I was a carnivore, a strict carnivore. On the right side is my diet now when I'm on my custom elimination diet. So let's compare what I ate comparing to what I'm eating right now. So what I ate while being on the carnivore diet is food that came or were the animal, and I also included low dairy products such as kefir and also butter, as you can see. In my elimination diet, I added berries, so I added raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. I also added heavy cream and also bananas, and I mixed that with the kefir I already had from the carnivore diet, and I'm making a smoothie with it every single day. In my custom elimination diet, I also added avocado, and I also added purple sweet potatoes. And lastly, the last type of food I added was high GI fruits or medium to high GI fruits, as in dragon fruits, mango, and pineapple. But I was only having them in the days I worked out in, and only pre-workout. So I'm only having them, let's say, 4 to 5 times a week at most.
When I was in high school and shortly after high school, I was probably eating 8,000 to 10,000 calories a day because I was losing so much weight daily just from all the calories we were burning inside the water, and I literally was shoveling food in my mouth just to make sure I was maintaining weight. It was brutal.
When we look at nutritional profile for both diets, the carnivore diet and also my custom elimination diet, the first thing you'll notice is that I consume monstrous amount of calories. So in my carnivore diet, I was consuming about 3,600 calories every day, and my custom elimination diet, I'm consuming about 3,750 calories every day when I'm training. And the thing is that According to Chronometer, I'm in a really huge caloric surplus and I should be gaining weight, but I'm not gaining any weight. The reason for that is because I consume less calories than I am burning. And the reason I am doing that is because I'm metabolically healthy and I also live a very active lifestyle. So a lot of people in the carnivore community will say that calories in and calories out is nonsense. And some carnivores will even claim that you can't gain weight while being a carnivore. Calories in and calories out is not nonsense, but I think it's a bigger rabbit hole that most people will understand, because your average person on the street might need to be under 2,500 calories to lose weight, because they are metabolically unhealthy and they have low activity levels and low activity lifestyle. While on the opposite end of the spectrum, there are swimmers that need to consume 6,000 calories a day not to lose weight, because they are very active and they burn a lot of calories. The reason why I'm not gaining any weight here is because I'm metabolically healthy and I exercise regularly. And the reason also why many experience that they can eat more calories on the carnivore diet than they would with the regular diet and still don't gain weight is first and foremost because of the glucose. Losing water weight will make you lighter. Secondly is because they are eating whole food. Eating whole food, it's really a lot more difficult to be in caloric surplus. Also, when you stop consuming things like tobacco, alcohol, and seed oil, it will make you more metabolically healthy. Also, if a person who isn't insulin sensitive goes on the carnivore diet, it can help them be insulin sensitive. The reason for that is because for some people, if you reduce carbs and the number of insulin spikes you get, over time that you can increase your insulin sensitivity, which will make you more metabolically healthy. But if you are healthy and insulin sensitive like me, having carbs in your diet won't harm you, especially when it comes to training, because your muscle will burn through the glucose, so you don't have to worry about those insulin spikes. There's a lot of benefits with carbs. They can raise your serotonin levels, they can lower your cortisol levels, improve your sleep. And I think the reason why my testosterone dropped from 1004 nanogram each deciliter to the 550s is because of my lack of carbs while I was a carnivore. And actually that's the same case for other people like Paul Saladino, which is a carnivore MD. His testosterone has almost doubled since he started integrating fruit again. As you can see on my diet is that I consume at most now 150 grams of carbs every day. On this day on Chronometers, I was consuming 139 grams of carbs that day because I had mango, pineapple and dragon fruit before workout. But as you can also see, I am way under my nutritional targets when it comes to carb, which is my daily target should be over 300 grams of carbs. I am team carbs, but I think the daily recommendation there on 300 grams carb is way too much. And let me just put this in perspective for you. 300 grams of carbs daily is like eating 2 kilograms of sweet potatoes. It's really difficult to get 300 grams of carbs when you're eating complex carbs. If you have a non-active lifestyle and also like an office job as I do, 300 grams is completely overkill, because what will end up happening is that you'll just spike up your blood sugar for no reason. And that can mess with your energy levels, destroy your productivity, focus, and create sugar imbalance, which can lead to craving, and that's a whole nother domino effect itself. Alright, let's compare my nutritional values while being on a carnivore diet versus my custom elimination diet now. And you can see just by adding a few food to my carnivore diet, just tweaking a little bit, I'm now at 96% of my daily recommended nutritional target, which is not that easy when you don't take any supplement, because all of this comes from whole food. And you can see it's a good upgrade from what my nutritional profile was while being on the carnivore diet. First and foremost, you can see that my folate levels have improved. Sure, carnivore friendly food like beef liver are folate rich, but having only 1 ounce of liver every other day is not enough to meet my folate levels. By adding avocado, which also is a keto friendly and rich in folate, helped me fill the gap to reach my daily target when it comes to my folate. My fiber intake have also increased because I was getting non-fiber while being a carnivore, but my time in while being a carnivore diet taught me one thing, that for me, talking specifically for me, fiber isn't essential for me to maintain a healthy digestive system or to go to the stool. When I was a carnivore, I never experienced constipation or gas, and my gut health was excellent. Now I have significantly more fiber in my diet, and my gut still feels great. For me, fiber isn't a daily target that I must hit. It's a bonus if my food contains it. That's cool, but if it's not, I'm okay without it. And when it comes to my vitamin C, as you can see, I was getting 3% of my daily target of vitamin C while being a carnivore. Now I'm at 212%, which is in the greens. So my vitamin C is back in the picture thanks to adding fruits that I've added, and vitamin C supplements now is not needed when I'm on my custom elimination diet. When it comes to vitamins like vitamins B, since both diets I am eating is based on a great amount of red meat, I am getting all the vitamin B's I need, something no vegan can claim. But with avocado being part of my diet right now, as you can see, my vitamin E compared to when I was a carnivore have reached its daily recommendations. And avocados are game changers. They are packed with a lot of nutrients that is usually missing from meat-centric eating plans. Plus they are keto friendly, and being a fruit, they have fewer natural defense chemicals than vegetables. According to chronometers, when I was a carnivore, I was short on vitamin K. I was only getting 48 micrograms of vitamin K. And I believe chronometers might not be fully accurate here and don't account for the vitamin K2 that is usually found in butter, egg yolk, and beef liver. So I'm suspecting while I was a carnivore, I was getting a little bit more than 48 microgram of vitamin K, as chronometer suggests. But something I'm very certain about with my new elimination diet, I am getting enough vitamin K daily. And now I'm getting vitamin K from 2 sources, K1 and K2. So I'm getting K1 from my fruits and K2 from butter, egg yolk, and beef liver. When it comes to my minerals, as you can see, I consume a lot of sodium in both diets. The reason for that is because 1, I like salt. Secondly, I sweat a lot. So when I'm in Bali, I'm sweating all day. When I work out, I lose a lot of liquid. So I'm not sweating, pun intended, about chronometer thinking I'm consuming too much sodium. Given my location and lifestyle, the extra sodium is necessary, in my opinion. However, despite having such high intake of sodium, I still experience a lot of cramps daily when I was a carnivore. And even though I mentioned to you guys it wasn't because of the sodium, a lot of you still managed to comment, you should consume more salt. The cramps that were actually due to deficiency in other electrolyte. As you can see, when I was on the carnivore diet, I was lacking magnesium, calcium, and since adding heavy cream, my calcium is now on what is recommended daily. Also, my magnesium, I am now where I'm supposed to be when it comes to magnesium, thanks to incorporating avocados. And while red meat do contain magnesium, you have to consume much more of it compared to avocados to get the same amount of magnesium. So for those who is on a meat-based diet, as mentioned, consider to integrate avocados. Avocados are superfood then. And my manganese levels now has increased to what is recommended daily. So that is definitely a plus. When it comes to my lipid, it haven't changed too much when I was a carnivore to my custom elimination diet. My omega-6 have gone up with a very little amount, and I would actually love to reduce my omega-6 intake, but then I think I need to give up bacon, because bacon stands for 83% of my omega-6 intake on my custom elimination diet today. And as of right now, I am not sure if I am willing to give up bacon yet, but I'm gonna consider it. My nutritional profile now is way more complete. I've now reached my daily recommended levels for my folate, my vitamin C, my vitamin E, and when it comes to my vitamin K, it comes now from two sources, both K1 and K2. And when it comes to minerals, my calcium, magnesium, and manganese are now on target of what is recommended daily. And I've achieved all these just by adding a few food to my already existing carnivore diet. Food that doesn't cause me inflammation and that hasn't negate all the benefits that I've gotten from the carnivore diet. A lot of you that are on the carnivore diet right now might say that you don't need these vitamins or minerals to thrive in life. Listen, just because you don't feel like you have any symptoms of lacking these vitamins and minerals right now does mean that you aren't lacking these micro and macronutrients, because the same goes the other way. Some vegan might, as of right now, claim that they don't lack vitamin B12, they don't lack vitamin D, and they don't lack iron, etc. But that doesn't mean they aren't lacking them, just because they haven't felt the symptoms for it yet. The reason why the carnivore diet works wonders is because of the food that you don't eat while being on the carnivore diet. Since you are only eating one type of food and removing processed food and sugar, processed drink, alcohol, and other inflammatory food, by removing those things will make anybody feel better. But there are still food out there that are non-carnivore, that doesn't causes you inflammation and that have great nutritional values. And you don't have to be in an extreme elimination diet to feel great. You can still feel great at being at a custom, less extreme elimination diet. And here's how you do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay healthy, keep thriving, and I see you guys on the next one. Peace!